Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Super excited to make this video for you guys. I was gonna do 10 tips to help you lose more weight, but I have 11. So let's go with 11. 11 tips to help you lose more weight. So super excited to get into this video. All right guys, first things first, as always, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you do. I am trying to grow my channel and reach as many people as I can to help them lose weight, all while losing weight myself. It's truly my passion being able to play a part in other people getting healthy, finding healthier versions of themselves. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, share my videos, comment below. Anything that you do does support my family, so I am so appreciative of that. Secondly, I am not a doctor or a health professional, so if you have any questions at all, please check with your doctor first. Everyone's journey is different, everyone's body is different, so always make sure that you check with your doctor. These tips that I'm sharing with you today are from my personal experience, my opinions, my thoughts on weight loss and what I feel will help you reach your goal. But again, I am not a doctor, so definitely check with your doc first if you have any questions at all. So these tips are not going to be, tip number 1, eat healthy. Tip number 2, eat a lot of veggies. Tip number 3, drink water. That's common sense. Obviously, we need to be eating healthy. We need to be drinking more water. We need to be moving our body when we can. That's not going to be included in these tips because for me, that's just common sense. If you want to lose weight, you need to be healthy and you need to make healthy choices. These tips are just going to be what I feel is going to push you even further and help you reach your goals. So let's get started. Tip number 1, prepare and plan. So important to be prepared. It doesn't matter what type of diet you're doing. I hate saying the word diet. It's a lifestyle change. That's what it should be. But it doesn't matter what type of diet you're doing, whether it's keto, whether it's paleo, Weight Watchers, low carb, just a general low carb, fat-free, calorie restriction. It doesn't matter, but you have to be prepared. Super, super important. Not even just when you're getting started. Obviously, you want to do your research and find out what foods you can eat, what foods you can't eat, and make sure you have them in your house. But when you go to an event or you have a party or you go to a party or anything that takes you out of your comfort zone, you want to make sure that you are prepared and you plan ahead. If there's not going to be any food at that event, let's say that you can eat, then eat beforehand and then you're not going to be tempted. And if it's something that you can bring something, then make a healthy snack for you to bring and have on hand. Don't set yourself up for failure by showing up at an event and not having anything to eat. Because if you're hungry and you don't have anything to eat that's on your diet, what are you gonna do? You're gonna cheat. Make sure that you are prepared and plan ahead. Tip number 2 is something that I have implemented this time around that I have never done before, and it is working so well for me. Intermittent fasting. I am loving the fasting, guys. Okay, so I do an 18-6. I fast for 18 hours and I have a 6-hour eating window. And there are so many benefits of intermittent fasting. Not only does it help you control your appetite, shrinks your appetite, and it helps you gain more control over the food that you eat and when you eat it, but there's so many health benefits as well. I will not go into them during this video. I may make another video talking about the benefits of intermittent fasting, but you can look it up, research intermittent fasting and all the benefits. I mean, my gosh, it helps with so many different things. It is such an amazing tool that will help you with your weight loss. I am having amazing success. I've lost 22 pounds in 5 weeks doing keto and intermittent fasting. So I highly, highly recommend it. For me personally, it helps me gain control. And that is one thing that I struggle with big time is control with food, with everything in life. And having control over my food and when I eat it is just keeping me on track. And also it's helping me to lose more weight, obviously, because it's restricting my calories. So highly, highly recommend intermittent fasting. Like I said, I will make another video kind of going into detail about all the benefits of IF, but do your research and see if it's the right fit for you. Talk to your doctor about it because I definitely highly recommend it. That actually should be tip number 1 because I'm loving it. Tip number 3, don't be afraid of change. everything changes. Change means transformation. And so when you're changing, you're transforming. Your journey is going to change continuously as you go. So you cannot be afraid of change. Let's say you do something that works really well for the first month, but then it stops working. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep doing the same thing? No, you're going to change it up. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of change. And don't be afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone either, because success lies right outside your comfort zone. So when things start to get a little uncomfortable, that means that you are on the verge of a breakthrough. And I've noticed that in my own life as well. Keep going and don't be afraid of changing things up. And that doesn't mean that, you do keto for a month and you're like, oh, this isn't working. I'm going to switch to this. I'm going to switch to Weight Watchers. Two completely different lifestyles, okay? That's not what I mean. What I mean is, for me, intermittent fasting, I'm changing that up as I go. And I'm doing different phases of intermittent fasting to keep my body guessing, at what I'm doing. So my body is constantly changing. My mind is constantly changing because I am in the process of transformation. So we cannot be afraid of change. We have to embrace it and go with the flow, baby. Okay, guys, tip number 4, stop with the excuses. This is one of the most important because it is so easy for us to just list a million excuses of why it won't work. But really, all you need is one reason why it will work, and then you focus on that. If it's important to you, then you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. Is this important to you? Is your health important to you? Feeling comfortable in your own skin, getting healthy, lowering your risk for health problems. Is that important to you? Then stop with the excuses and do it anyway. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to have a fear of the unknown, of what's going to happen, or a fear of failure. Just do it anyway. Know that you are worthy of this. Believe that you can do it, and then do it. Tip number 5. Love yourself. You need to start loving yourself. You need to be kinder to yourself. Stop telling yourself that you're not worthy and you don't deserve the life that you dream about and the body that you dream about. Stop telling yourself that you can't do it. Stop telling yourself that you're going to fail. Start filling your heart and your mind with positive affirmations that are going to keep going. And don't just say them inside. You speak them out loud. You claim them. Write them down. Put them on a Post-it note. Put them up on your mirror so that you see them every single day. I am worthy. I am strong. I am a child of God. I am beautiful. I am at my goal weight. I am a good mother. I am a good wife. I am a good husband. I am a good father. Speak them out loud, claim them, and then watch them become a reality. It always starts within, and you need to start loving yourself and being kinder to yourself. Because if you don't feel like you deserve this and you keep telling yourself lies about you failing and not reaching your goals and not doing this, gosh, I've done that so many times in the past. I've told myself, I can't do it. Oh, sure, I'm going to try again, but I'm going to fail. That's what I always do. I'm going to fail. No, it doesn't matter how many times you failed in the past. What matters is that you're getting right back up right now and you're trying again. And you're going to do it this time. You are going to do it this time. I am going to do it this time. I am going to reach my goals. I am a good mother who wants to set a positive, healthy example for her kids. I'm going to speak those out loud every single day because that is important. It's important. It's an important part of the journey because that's when we're truly going to transform. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself and know that you can do this and that it is possible. But you can't do it if you're going to be your own enemy. Tip number 6, set goals. Okay, guys, make sure that you are setting goals, long-term goals and short-term goals. Celebrate every success that you can so that you are celebrating throughout this journey and you're recognizing the work that you're putting in and those small baby steps that you're taking. It doesn't matter if you're celebrating daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. What matters is that you're celebrating and you're setting those small goals to help you keep your focus, keep your vision on what is important to you and where you're going. You need to have a vision of where you're going and you need to have a plan to get there. So set those goals and make sure that you are celebrating yourself and the hard work that you're putting in every single day because you deserve that. Number 7, commit and be consistent. Oh my gosh, consistency is so important. You cannot go into this and not be consistent, because consistency is what's going to give you results. If I start this journey and I say, okay, I'm just going to do keto for a week, and then I'm going to take a week off, and then I'm going to do keto for another week, maybe I would lose a little weight, a little tiny bit of weight, but is that going to get me to my goal as fast as I want to get to my goal? No, it's not. I need to be consistent and I need to commit to this thing. So whatever you decide is best for you to lose that weight, make sure that you commit to it and you stay consistent in your journey the entire time. And does that mean that you're not going to mess up? Of course it doesn't mean that you're not going to mess up. You're always going to mess up because we're human. We're imperfect, We're always going to screw up. What matters is that you consistently get back on track. That's what matters. Commit and be consistent. Tip number 8, stop eating when you're full. Oh, this tip is hard for me because I have lived my entire life cleaning my plate because that's just what I'm used to, and I hate wasting food. But you know what? Do you want it to be wasted in the trash, or do you want it to be wasted inside of your body? It goes to waste anyway. When you overeat, it's not giving you any nutritional value at all. So why let it waste inside of you rather than waste outside of you? It's going to waste anyway. Stop eating when you're full. The Clean Plate Club is full of a bunch of losers, okay? I used to be part of that club and I don't want to be a part of that club anymore. Super important tip, because portion control is huge. If you do have a problem with this, then make sure that you're only taking a small portion, even smaller than you think you need. And then if you're still hungry after, physically hungry, then wait a little bit, see if it still lasts, and then have a little bit more. But don't fill your plate. And that's why it's so hard going out to restaurants, because man, they give you a lot of food. So maybe you can ask for like half the portion size, or ask for a to-go box right with your meal. Put half of it in that to-go box, and then you have just a small portion to eat right in front of you. And then you won't be tempted to keep eating when you're full. Tip number 9, get a support system. Huge, guys. You need to have people behind you, people supporting you throughout this journey. If you have people in your circle that do not support you, get a new circle. It doesn't matter if it's your husband, if it's your kids, if it's your parents, if it's your best friend. Get a new circle. Meet new friends. Meet a new husband. Just kidding, don't do that. But you need to have a good support system. And whether that means finding a support group online. I have a support group on Facebook called The Shrinkables. If you have no one in your life right now that's supporting you through this journey, make sure that you connect with people who are like-minded and who have the same goals, because you can't do this alone. We're not meant to do this alone, We need that support, because there are going to be days that are going to be really hard, and you want to vent and you want to talk about your frustration, and you want to talk about them with people who are going to understand exactly what you're going through, because they're the ones that are going to push you and motivate you to keep going, because they've done it. They've pushed through. They've kept going. So they're going to push you in the same exact way. So it's super important to find a good support system. Like I said, join my group on Facebook. If you have a good support system, if you don't have a good support system, either way, join the Facebook group, The Shrinkables, because like I said, it's so important to just surround yourself with people to do this with, It's a long journey and it doesn't happen overnight. So we need people behind us and cheering us on. Tip number 10, stop listening to everyone else, unless it's me. You might have people who are going to put you down, or your journey down, or the type of lifestyle you're choosing. I've had people tell me that keto's not going to work for me. It's nothing that I can do long term. I'm not going to be able to stick to it. It's too hard. You know what? I'm going to do what's best for me. People tell me that I should eat more carbs because carbs are good for my body. You know what? My body doesn't respond well to carbs. Carbs trigger my food addiction. So that person that may be telling me that may not have a food addiction. They don't have the same experiences in life that I've had. So I need to do what's best for me, and you need to do what's best for you. Stop listening to everyone else. Do the research on what type of diet you want to start, what type of journey you want to start, and make sure it's best for you, and go for it. Just roll with it. Stop listening to everyone else, because it's not their body. It's not their journey. And they may have opinions. That's fine. But you need to do what's best for you. You do you, always. Because in the end, it is your body. It is your life. So you need to do what's best for your body and your life. Am I right? Tip number 11, final tip, trust the process. Losing weight is a battle. It is a long battle. And it's so easy to just get frustrated and fed up with how slow you may be going. But you have to trust the process and you have to be patient because success doesn't happen overnight. You have to consistently work toward your goals and you will reach them if you don't give up, but you have to trust it. You have to trust the process and embrace the journey and take all of these tips that I've given you and implement them into your life and this journey of yours. And just be patient and know that you will get there. And there will be setbacks and obstacles along the way, but you will overcome them and you will get through it. So there it is, guys. 11 tips on how to lose more weight. You know, obviously you want to be making healthy choices, but it's so important to follow these tips as well, because in reality, the hardest part about losing weight is your mind getting in the way. So we need to be changing our focus and we need to be making these commitments and know that if we stick to these commitments and we stay consistent, then we will reach our goals. So I hope these tips helped you. This is what has helped me in the past. This is what's helping me right now. A couple of them I didn't stick to every other time before. So that's what I am changing this time, being consistent, committing, and trusting the process. Those are the hardest ones for me because eventually I'm going to get to a point and it's just going to be super hard, but I need to remember why I'm doing this and start focusing on that. You got to get your mind right. You got to get your head in the game if you want this to work. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and I will see you at the next video with my results for week 6. Remember, guys, you are so worthy of the life that you dream about. You just got to work at it. Oh my gosh, stop texting me. No, it doesn't. What? I should have taken notes because I know I don't know. Like I said, I do. No.